Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is MD Saiful Islam, an assistant teacher of Oregon High School of Bangladesh, and you are most welcome in my Saiful English Academy again. Channels. Hope that you are very fine by the grace of Allah and watched my previous classes smartly. And with the reference of my previous classes, my dear learners, today's class, I have been present in front of you the new arrangement class lecture, rules of changing passes narration. Rules of changing passes narration. So, dear knowledge, take a look at the board here and try to understand. My dear learners, already we have finished various kinds of rules of changing passes narration, such as rule number one, rule number two, rule number three, rule number four, rule number five, rule number six, rule number seven, rule number seven, and with the reference of my previous classes, today's classes have been present in front of you with an environment rule number 8, rule number 8, rule number 8, and rule number 9. Dear learners, in this class, I'm trying to show you various kinds of frequentation and structures of channel narration from direct to indirect of passage narration, especially, dear learners, rule number 8 and rule number 9. Rule number 8 and rule number 9. So, my dear learners, let's take a look at the board and try to instance. My dear learners, I have written the free condition of rule number 8. My dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. If any repurchased speech of a direct narration has any addressed word such as my French, my French, my dear, my dear, my darling, my son, my son, my daughter, etc. You will have to follow the structure below. Below. My dear learners, the structure is that, my dear learners, at first you'll have to use the word addressing. Addressing. Secondly, you'll have to use object of reporting verb. Reporting verb. Thirdly, you'll have to use as. Fourthly, you'll have to use addressed word, including comma, and then you'll have to apply given structure of given sentence, including of the notes of full stop. The notes of full stop. So, my dear learners, let's take a look at the board and sentence. And with the reference of this rule, my dear learners, now I'm trying to show you some example. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. Exam first. Number one, Raisha said to Abdullah, inverted comma, how are you? Why? Yeah. Okay, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. My dear learners, this sentence, repeated space of this narration has this word, my dear. And my dear learners, try to apply the structure pattern. At first, you'll have to use addressing, addressing. Secondly, you'll have to use the object of reporting verb. Here, object of reporting verb is Abdullah. Thirdly, as fourthly, at this word, Midillianus, here at this word, my dear. Try to do out my, may, I. Okay, Midillianus, we know that our subjective form of my, of course, I. course, I first action and according to the basic rules of narration, I must be changed according to subject of reporting of verb. That means according to subject ratio. So, the learners, in this case, you had better write she. Then she, sorry, she. That means she, her, her. Okay, my dear learners, my dear turns into her dear. Okay, my dear learners, as her dear, including comma. My dear learners, except here at this word, my dear, what category of sentence? Of course, my dear learners, it's an interrogative sentence because reported space of this narration is such a WSO word how. So, my dear learners, now try to use the given structures, the structures of changing narration of an interrogative sentence. The structures of changing narration of an interrogative sentence was that at first the subject of reporting verb, then asked instead of statue, then object, then deleting comma inverted comma w is what how then subject Magellanus of course you know that you single person and according to the basic rules of narration it must be changed according to object Abdullah. So you must be changed object Abdullah, that means he within bracket capital letter A, then R must be changed into was with the notes of full stuff that you have understood clearly. Magellanus. Next example, Rohim said to Korem. Magellanus, will you go out now, my friend? Okay, Magellanus, take a look at the board and try to understand. This reported space of this nation has this much, my friend. So, according to the structures of this sentence, you have to apply this structure at first, addressing, addressing. Secondly, object. Object of this reporting verb is foreign. Then, thirdly, as then this word my dear learners in this reported space this word my friend, and according to the basic rules of narration my friend must be changed into his friend, his friend including comma. Magellaners accept address word try to identify what category of sentence. Of course, it's an interrogative sentence because the reported space of this narration is started with one auxiliary verb finally ended with the notes of question mark. Okay, let's now try to follow the structures of changing narration of an interrogative sentence. The structures of changing interrogative sentence was that let's at first subject of reporting verb asked instead of sexual object of reporting verb quorum. Conjunction if deleting comma inverted comma middle in a statement, then subject of reported space according to basic trends of narration you must be changed according to object, that means he within bracket here, then will must be changed into or extension go out now must be changed into then. Hope that you have understood clearly. Material as now try to show you example number three. Example number three. So my dear learners, knowledge, check here, look at the board and try to understand. Rupa said to Deepa. Are you learning English now, my dear? Rupa, such your Deepa, are you learning English now, my dear? Inverted comma close and another inverted comma started. Yes, I am learning English now. Then, thank you. Okay, Major learners, in this passage, there are three categories of sentence. Major learners try to understand what categories of sentence. Major learners in this passage has three sentences. First sentence, Rupa said, "Chu, Deepa, are you learning English, Major?" Second sentence, yes, I'm learning English now. Third sentence, major learners, thank you. Okay, major learners, now major learners try to select the reporting verb of every sentence. Reading this passage, we can to be sure that major learners, reporting verb of first sentence is that Rufa said to Deepa. And the repeating verb of second sentence is that my dear learners, Dipa said to Rupa, and the repeating verb of third sentence is Rupa said to Dipa. Of the chair, you have understood clearly. Now, my dear learners, try to solve one by one. At first, I'm trying to solve first sentence. My dear learners, reading this sentence, I came to show that my dear learners, Rupa said to Dipa, "Are you learning English now?" With your, of course, an interrogative sentence and repeated space of the sentence has addressed word. So, maybe learners, at first we'll have to follow the structure pattern. The structure pattern was that addressing object of reporting verb, Deepa, then us, then addressed word, major learners. My dear, addressed word, my dear, must be changed into her dear, her dear, including comma. My dear learners, now try to follow the structures of changing narration of an interrogative sentence. The structures of changing narration of interrogative sentence that my dear learners, at first subject of reporting verb, then asked instead of sexual, then object of reporting verb, then conjunction if deleting comma inverted comma, then subject here subject you, it must be changed according to object of reporting verb deeper. That means she capital letter G. Okay, then R must be changed into was extension learning English now must be changed into then. Okay, the journalists hope that you have understood clearly. Now, my journalists, I'm trying to solve second sentence. The reporting verb of second sentence is according to this passage that my journalists differs set to Rupa. So, my journalists, try to follow. Furthermore, this sentence has, of course, yes, and try to follow the structures of mixed with an emphasis narration. Yes, the structure was that at first subject Jipa, then replied in the affirmative instead of sexual affirmative, and you are told that my dear learners, the extra part, if extra part is joined with is or no, you'll have to use and said that and change the extra part of this sentence. I must be changed into subject of the sentence Deepa. That means she, capital letter G, verb am must be changed into was extension learning English, then. Okay. Well, learners, that you have understood clearly. Now I'm trying to solve third sentence. According to this meaning of this phases, that my dear learners, the repeating verb of third sentence is Rupa said to Dipa. So, my dear learners, the total sentence is Rupa said to Dipa, thank you. Rupa said to Dipa, thank you. Try to follow the given structure. At first, subject Rupa, then thanked instead of statue, then object Dipa. Hope so that you have understood clearly. Learners, now I'm trying to show you rule number 9. Rule number 9. Dear learners, the main precondition of rule number 9 is that, dear learners, if any reported speech of a direct narration has by Allah, by God, by Job, by my life, etc. You will have to follow the structure below. Below. My dear learners, the structure is that, my dear learners, at first you'll have to use the words swearing by Allah, God, Job, my life, including comma. Then, my dear learners, you'll have to apply given structure of changing narration from direct to indirect of given sentence, including the notes of full stop. The notes of full stop. My dear learners, with the reference of this rule, I have written two examples in the board. So, my dear learners, now let's take a look at the board and try to understand. First example is that, my dear learners, Raisha said to me, comma inverted comma, by Allah, I must help you. I must help you. My dear learners, try to follow the structures and the repeated space of this narration has by Allah. So, my dear learners, try to follow the structure. My dear learners, at first we will have to write sharing by Allah, including comma. Then, major learners accept him by Allah and try to recognize what category of sentence. Raisha said to me, I must help you. The repeated space of the sentence started with subject I and finally ended with the notes of full stop. So, major learners, we may say that, of course, of course, it's an assertive sentence. So, try to follow the structures of changing narration from direct to indirect of an assertive sentence. Raisha said to me. Middle of the statement in conjunction that then subject I, then subject major and answer I, of course, first person, and it must be changed according to subject of this reporting verb, subject of this reporting verb according to Raisha. So you have to write here she. Inverted within bracket first letter capital letter of Raisha R. Okay, maybe not subject you have understood clearly. Must be turned into had to. Then help if must be changed to according may. Object may. Object you have understood clearly. Maybe you understood the notes of full stop. Next example. Maybe learners look at the board and try to understand this reported space of this narration has my by God. So that you follow the structures. At first, sorting by God, sorting by God, including the notes of comma. Then try to understand what category of sentence. It's of course an assertive sentence because this repeated space of this sentence is started with subject I and finally ended with the notes of full stop. So try to follow the structures of an assertive sentence. The first portion of reporting verb he said to Rovi. Conjunction that is the middle of the statement. Then change subject I first person, of course it must be changed according to subject of reported space here. then will must be changed into would, then punish. You must be changed according to the object of this report on reporting of Robbie. That means him. Within bracket first letter of the name of Robbie for capital letter A with an also full stop of that you have understood clearly. Netherlands, I don't want to learn in today's class, but I'm trying to share some information with you. Netherlands, of course, you know that I'm a new teacher or nature new in YouTube channel, and I'm trying to use English conversation at the time of my making various kinds of video classes. So, my journalists, if you notice any faults or mistakes in the midst of my video classes, please excuse me and free to all my channel so that I can help you, I can serve you, I can comfort you with my various kinds of video classes throughout my life. So, my journalists, no much today. Come to see again with a new advertisement, a new class. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.